on, guys? It's Jazzy. Today I'm here with one of the coolest UK journalists ever, Miss Amelia Dimoldenberg. Miss Amelia, how you doing today?
Miss Amelia, I am really good, Miss Jazzy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you for inviting me to Jazzy's World. It's great to be here.
Hey, no problem. I'm really hoping that you're having a great time here in New York.
I am. I love New York City. The weather is amazing, much nicer than London where it's raining all the time.
So I know that you've been interviewing for a while now. Well, actually for years now. So what was the most difficult thing you experienced when you first launched your platform, and how were you able to gain notoriety and leverage when you first started?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I started my channel nearly 10 years ago. And when I started, I didn't know anything about video production, how to film anything. I didn't know any camera operators. So it was all a real learning experience. The hardest part was probably finding the guests, when you don't. I had a written column in a magazine where I'd write the interviews down and they get printed in this magazine. So I had a proof of concept in a way through the magazine, but still it was really hard to get artists, and it still is, to come on the show. But then luckily Getz, who's an incredible MC in the UK, he agreed to do the first episode. And then the second part was to find the shop. And finding the chicken shop is always really hard because back in years ago, the people who owned the shop were just, I'd go in and say, hey, can I film here? And they'd be like, no, we need to serve our customers. We can't let you film in here. So finding the shop was also really hard, finding the guest, and then finding the audience as well. Because when I first put out a video, I think maybe I got a few hundred views, and no one was really watching it. So it's been a real process to kind of grow the channel. And it's been a journey, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm really glad that it's taken nearly 10 years to get to where I am today. I've learned so much.
I have a very similar kind of experience when I first started out too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me about it.
So when I first started out, not many people believed in me, I gotta be honest. Only my family did. I had a very strong, and I still do have a very strong support system in my family. And I feel like many people, they didn't really see my vision in my brand. And it was really hard, as you said, to try to get guests and trying to get celebrities for me to interview.
Yeah.
And most of the time it was just kind of like that, but over time I worked hard. Persistence is most definitely key, and consistency, that's also key in order to be successful in whatever you want to accomplish. So I just made sure to keep that in my mind.
It's so interesting you say that, because I totally agree with you. Persistence and consistency are the two most important things. And it's funny because as soon as you do one interview and then you do another one, then people start seeing them. And it's not only you build an audience, but the talent, the stars that you want to interview, they can now see what you want from them. And so then they're more likely to agree to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's really interesting to hear how it all started. Who was your first interview?
My first ever interview was with Greg Popovich, NBA coach for the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, yes, no, I am not familiar with basketball. I've never even been to a basketball game, but I'd love to. We'd have to go together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Where will you take me?
Maybe a Nets game or a Knicks game, one of the two.
Okay, I'm down.
Do you know what Rizz means?
Rizz. Okay, I've seen the word, people comment that under my videos. I think it's short for charisma. Is that right?
No, actually, so Rizz, I'm gonna explain it to you. So basically, Rizz is mostly you're trying to holla at someone, you're trying to get someone's attention.
Okay.
Kind of a flirting kind of way. I saw you trying to Rizz up Central C before. I saw that video.
I just like girls that don't like me.
I hate you.
Yeah, turns me on.
God, yeah, I was. Jazzy, are you bringing that up again? Well, he was flirting with me. He was rizzing me up. Is that the word? Is that how you say it?
Yep, rizzing me up. That's exactly right.
Actually, was he? I actually don't think he was. I actually don't think he was that interested. But I definitely was interested in him. You've met Central C?
Yes, I have.
You've spoken to him?
Yes, I have.
Oh my goodness, what did you think of that experience?
Well, I actually found it as a really cool experience. And we talked a lot about different things, the similarities, the differences in the UK and New York. So we had a really great conversation about that as well.
He's great. If you're watching Central C, we love you.
What is your best Rizz line?
Stop flirting with me. I think it throws people off because we're on a date and then I'm just like, please leave me alone, and they don't know what to do. But I think in general, instead of having a line, I think it's more of your way of being in general that kind of brings out of you and of other people. I think never be intimidated by the person you're interviewing or the person you're on a date with, because you should always see them as being on your level. Even these huge stars, that's how I approach it. I'm like, you're no better than me, I'm no better than you. And then if someone takes himself too seriously, I don't have any qualms with not pointing that out. And I think that's what Rizz means to me, is not being intimidated by anyone.
All right, well, I like to hear, Amelia the Rizz God. Actually, no. I got a better one. Hold on. Amelia the Rizzler.
Okay.
I like it.
You know what a Rizzler is in the UK?
No, not at all.
It's like a smoking paper.
Oh. I did not mean it in that way. For all those watching. You've interviewed some of the biggest Afrobeats artists such as Rima and Burna Boy.
Yes, God.
So, can you dance Afrobeats for us?
Okay, can I dance? Oh,
Get the music.
oh, you got the music. It's Burna Boy. Okay, you know what? I actually can't really dance in an Afrobeats style. Like, I'm just not good enough for that. But all I can really do is just wiggle.
All right, well, still, let's see you dance.
Break out your bad, baby, break out your bad.
Alright.
Break out your bad, baby, break out your bad.
I like to see it. Hey, it looks nice.
I got some nice footwork as well.
All right, I'm gonna show you my dance.
You're probably incredible.
It's just something really easy.
Okay.
It's really easy.
I like that.
Yep.
It's quite casual. It's quite low key. It's very cool.
Thanks.
I love it. I actually, Burna Boy is one of my favorite people to see live. Have you ever seen him live?
No, I
perform?
actually haven't.
God, he's really amazing, and he has a whole choir and a whole band, and he has amazing stage presence, and he's just such a star. I don't know. He's really amazing. I'm very lucky to have seen him perform. Yeah.
Most definitely one day. So what do you feel are the differences between the chicken spots in New York City and in London?
Well, you know what? Because I haven't been to the chicken spots in New York City. I don't know yet. But in the UK, they're very colourful, red, white, even yellow and blue branding all around. You've got the bright coloured menu boards, very, very bright lights. In the chicken spots in Brooklyn, is it very bright?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, but it's not very that bright.
Yeah.
It's more like a lot of chicken spots I've been to, they usually have green coloring or like red.
Mirrors on the walls?
Not a lot.
In London, there's mirrors all over the walls and loads of tables and chairs. It's very colourful. I like filming in there because it's great. It's great lighting and great colours.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah, and good nuggets.
Well, I have an England/America trivia for you, okay?
Yeah,
So you ready for the challenge?
I think so. I hope so.
All right, first question is, true or false, does Donald Trump spray tan?
The light's no good. I always look orange.
True.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I just wanted to hear your opinion because there is photo evidence that suggests he does use a spray tan, but he never actually confirmed it. So, and a lot of people, they say that he looks like an orange, and sometimes he does look kind of orangey.
I think definitely it's a spray tan. I think it's unnaturally orange.
What country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States?
Ellis Island, is it? On Ellis Island.
I'm sorry, but it's not.
No, sorry, that's where it is. Who gifted it? Was it the United Kingdom?
No, it was not. It was actually France.
Oh.
So France gave it as a gift after an alliance made in the Revolutionary War, where, may I say, the U.S. beat the British and gained liberty.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
Thank you. So, did former President George Bush ever get a shoe thrown at him?
President Bush?
Yep. Former President George Bush.
Probably.
Probably? Yes,
Yeah,
it is. It's
okay,
true.
It's true.
So actually in Iraq, a man threw a shoe at former President George Bush and he missed twice.
Oh, he missed?
Yep. So
Oh.
George Bush, he got some quick reflexes. So
Yeah.
I wanted to know, have you ever seen the video?
No, I've never seen the video.
Well, I'd like to show it to you.
Okay, show it to
We
me.
have it right here.
Oh my gosh. He does
Yeah.
have quick references. Look at the security coming around the back.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, lucky it was a shoe and not a rock or something else.
Yeah, that would have. He got really quick reflexes.
Really
though.
quick references. Maybe he
Really.
should be in sports or something where
Oh,
you need
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Baseball. I see baseball. Maybe baseball. Yeah, maybe baseball.
Maybe baseball. Maybe George Bush will just come back as a baseball player.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna love that.
Yep. He's probably going to play for the Yankees. Who knows? True or false? London Bridge actually fell down in the past.
I'm gonna say false.
You are correct. It is false.
Okay.
So London Bridge never fell, but had structural damage before it was finally knocked down in the 1800s and rebuilt.
Good to know as well.
Thank you. So, do the Mandem drink tea?
No, they don't. In the words of Gigs, they do not drink tea.
The man them don't drink tea.
Exactly. So I actually talked to Gids and Central C, and they both told me, and they both confirmed that the Mandem do not drink tea unless it's herbal tea.
Really?
So that means no English tea and no crumpets.
No crumpets.
No crumpets.
You know what? I would say though, I do think they're missing out. I absolutely love tea, I don't think I could live without tea. But you know what? In America, I'm sorry to say, but the tea is not done properly. It's not. Sometimes when I'm in America, I'll get my tea served in a glass, not in a cup.
Isn't it supposed to be
That's
in a
big
mug?
deal.
It's supposed to be in a mug.
Well, you can have it in a mug, you can have it in a cup, but you should definitely not have it in a glass. So,
A glass?
yeah,
though?
yeah,
I mean,
no,
that's...
never in a glass. It's unheard of.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think Giggs is missing out on the tea. Do you like tea?
I do like tea, but it's only certain types of tea. To be
Right,
honest
okay.
with you.
You know what? I've recently got into chamomile tea. I never was a herbal tea drinker, strictly only English breakfast. And now I've got into chamomile. It makes me relaxed.
Well, I would like to try that. And also, I also want to try crumpets. Because they said no crumpets either, so no crumpets.
You have to try crumpets. Amazing. A toasted crumpet, put it in the toaster, then put some butter on it, even some jam as well. And it's honestly delicious. And you can have it for breakfast.
I'm not a big fan of jam, but hey,
What about hot cross buns?
I love hot cross buns.
Yeah, hot cross buns are really, really good.
I actually learned how to play that song on the flute.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. That one.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, you're so talented.
Thank you. Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Okay, words of motivation. Things might not happen in the way or at the time that you want them to, but be consistent and persevere, and it will happen for you, just not in the way you first imagined.
Wow, well, thank you for those wise words. I'm here with Miss Amelia, and now it's her turn to do the interview.
Oh my goodness, yes, it's my turn. Woo! I'm so excited. Are you ready to be interviewed?
Yes, I am.
What's your thoughts about being interviewed? Do you find it fun, or do you prefer to be the interviewer?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I find it fun, but you know, I usually prefer to be in front of the camera doing the interview. But it's kind of whatever for me. I like people knowing more about me and knowing more about Jazzys World TV and behind the brand.
Yes, exactly. So maybe that brings me to my first question: is why interviewing? Like, what draws you to this? Why do you love it so much?
Well, I love it so much, mostly because I get to ask questions from a kid's perspective, and because I get to do something that's unique and creative, and I'm able to interview so many celebrities, and I ask very inspirational questions, and I like to make the celebrities I talk to feel comfortable in the interview. Yeah, it's just like that.
I guess people learn from your interviews too, because you're asking them motivational, inspirational questions. You know, people watching can see it and they can feel inspired, or they can learn something new about their favorite artist. Yeah, exactly. How do you go about doing your research?
It takes a long time, I'll be honest with you, because, well, you have to really proof check everything. So it takes a long time just to proof check everything, just to make sure that we have the
facts are
information
correct.
correct. Yes, like that. But it depends on the artist. It depends on the person I'm talking to, because but if it's someone that doesn't have that much information online, it's gonna be much harder, but I'm still gonna be able to do the job.
Definitely, because I guess with the people who don't have much information out there, it's also really interesting, because then you could probably be one of the first people to find out information. And in the moment when you're speaking to them, you can ask quite simple questions and you can get an answer that you haven't heard before. You know, like, how did you start what you're doing? Who are your inspirations? Things like that. I love the research process of what I do. It's one of my favorite things, is reading up on someone and trying to figure out a funny question or something I'd love to know about them, or reading the fans' comments, seeing what they want to find out about them. It's really great. Do you ever get nervous for your interviews?
To be honest with you, I'm human just like everyone else. Yes, I do get nervous, but the thing is, it's kind of a mix kind of thing. Because I'm used to this, but I still have that feeling like I just started interviewing. So it's like nervousness mixed with excitement.
Yes.
So it's like two together and it's mixed together. And I feel like that's what creates that kind of feeling in my interviews that people love to see. Like, it's kind of like a hype kind of interview that I always do.
Because from an outside perspective, like, you don't look nervous at all. Like, you look incredibly confident. I really feel like you are very, very confident, and it's really amazing to see you as a young woman that you said that you are, just feeling super confident in front of the camera, because I think that's going to also inspire other people who want to do what you're doing, who are young, even younger than you, that, you know what, it's okay. I can meet Tom Holland. I can meet all these different people, WizKid, and I can hold my own. And I think that's also what's great to watch. And I think that the artists themselves really like that about you, that
Well, thank you so much.
you feel like you know what you're doing. Exactly. I get super nervous, and one thing I've been trying to do, which my sister taught me, is to channel nervous energy into excitement. And also, it's good to be nervous in a way because it means you care. It means you're interested in doing a good job. I think the moment you should start to worry is when you don't get nervous anymore, because then maybe you're being complacent. And I think as soon as you start being complacent, then that's when your work doesn't perform as well, or it doesn't connect with people as much.
Right, you're getting too comfortable.
Getting too comfortable for sure.
My dad has always told me to always be comfortable, but be uncomfortable. So that means that when you're in the space, if you're too comfortable, you're gonna start messing up and stuff, and you don't really have that same kind of energy that you had when you first started doing something that you loved.
I agree. I think I'm always stepping outside of my comfort zone, because as soon as you step out of your comfort zone, which is similar to what you've just been saying, that's how you move forward. That's how you progress, is by doing something that kind of makes you feel a bit nervous, something that you're not used to. I think that's the only way that you grow. Do you have a favorite interview that you've done?
Okay,
apart from this one.
A lot of people ask me this question, and I gotta be honest with you. I don't really have favorite interviews because I feel like every interview that I do is special in its own way, and I feel like it's very inspirational for the people that's watching. But I say that my most memorable interviews have to be Jay-Z, J. Cole, Shaq, Michelle Obama. Hold on, let me think. Hold on. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And yeah, almost every single interview that I did, but those are the most inspirational because those are the interviews that really resonated with you.
What a lineup. I'm sorry, the names that you get on your show are incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you ever like starstruck or shocked by the people? Because honestly, it's crazy.
Yes, I am. Jay-Z, Jack Harlow, Central C.
Jack Harlow, yeah. I mean, I wasn't starstruck, but I mean, maybe I was. He has that effect on people.
No, really, he does, though.
He really does. And my final question to you is, where are the best chicken nuggets in Brooklyn?
Oh, best chicken nuggets? Oh, God, you hit me with a hard one. To be honest with you, I don't really know. But
we'll have to find them together.
Yeah, we'll have to find them together.
We'll find them together.
We'll go on an adventure and find them together. I'll say that.
It's a date.
Yes, a chicken date. A chicken shop date.
Well, thank you so much, Jazzy. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you and get to talk to a fellow interviewer about the work that we do, because I don't really get to speak to that many people often who interview people, and it's always so interesting and insightful because I feel like we've got so much common ground between us.
Same here. And I just want to thank you so much for your time. And guys, I'm going to do this as always. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, I'm here with Miss Amelia. We're having a great time. And until next time, jazzing out.
Jazzing out.
Yep, I love it.